Three.
All right, welcome everybody. You guys ready for a Criterion Postgame Show tonight?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Woo. Okay, so we got 5 rounds for y'all. We're gonna get right into this. So audience, just make sure you hit those likes, subscribes, notification bells. Everybody's channel link is in the description below. But our first round here, how did the Criterion sale go for everybody? So for me, I went out to the store a couple different times, a few different locations. It was inconsistent depending on the location. Some stores were really organized. Some stores, there was Criterions just misplaced everywhere. There's a lot of stuff not in store that I was looking for. Like some of the newer titles I couldn't find, so I don't know if they sold out. I don't know if Johnny went behind the counter over there and got them before I got them. But so yeah, I had to order the couple I did pick up online. So, but other than that, yay! All right, Ryan, how did the sale go for you?
It went well. I posted a video this past Wednesday what all I picked up, but I tried to be good. I tried to stick to my list, which I only picked up 13 titles. 11 were on my list. I did not do any online ordering. I kept it to if it was not in the store, I couldn't buy it. So, because that's where I run into the issues. I'll go to the store, I'll pick up stuff on my list, I'll get online, look for that one title, 2 titles, and then it turns into 10 titles. And it just, that's where I get in trouble at. So I laid some ground rules, and for once I stuck to my guns, and my store was stocked. I went on the very first day that it went, that Friday or whatever, ton of titles. But there were still some newer titles that were missing, like The Wiz. My store did not have a single copy of The Wiz 4K, so I don't know what was up with that. I know Johnny had mentioned before Body Heat. No Body Heats at all were, whenever that came out, none of them were in my store. Like they were either automatically sold out or they just didn't get any. But overall, really, really well.
All right, Brian.
Yeah, it went well for me. I got a late start. I didn't get my first title until like the 17th of July. But I was at a store in New York. I didn't buy anything in New Jersey, all in New York. So I hit a store, picked up 3 titles, and I was content with the 3. And then I found myself at another store, like on the last weekend of the sale, and I picked up 2 more. So I ended up with 5 total. The second store I went into, completely disorganized. Like nothing was in alphabetical order, like should have been. But like there was just titles like all over the place. So it was kind of hard to shop that because I was looking for certain things that I just couldn't end up finding. But for the most part, it went well, and I got 5 pretty decent titles here.
Awesome. Steve, how about for you?
Yeah, it went very well. Hopefully, I'm not echoing to everybody listening in the audience, but very well. I mean, I only plan on picking up maybe 6 or 7 titles. I picked up 10 altogether, and picked up 2 like that final weekend. There were some issues with some of the stores being out of stock on some things, but using the Barnes & Noble app, finding other stores. There's like one store I had to drive 45 minutes after I ordered the item, made sure they had it. So usually Barnes & Noble, you'll get those emails where they'll say they canceled the order because they couldn't find it or whatever. Especially when the stores are when they're closed, they'll say they have something in stock, and then the next morning they'll send you an email and say it's been canceled because they couldn't find it, or it was the inventory wasn't correct from the night before. But besides that, I got everything I picked up. But a lot of the titles that I wanted, I already picked up before the sale because through the Criterion flash sale, and some stuff where I had like like a Chase rewards, like $10 coupon, or had like a Walmart gift card, that kind of thing. And so I had to buy there's some stuff I couldn't wait till July to pick up. I had to buy much earlier. So some of the really big titles were already picked up, but overall it's very, very good.
All right, Vin.
Yeah, it was good. I made it a point to try to not buy off of Amazon. If I went to Barnes & Noble's, I think twice, and I picked up 8 titles. So there was some things I had in my Amazon cart that they didn't have in store. But I figure I'm of the mindset of as long as we get physical media in store at Barnes and Nobles. I'm going to support that as long as I can, which led me to pick up some things that I didn't have in my cart and forego some other things. So it was good.
All right, Derek.
Let's see. I ended up grabbing 11 objects, added up to 14 movies, though, due to some box sets. I was able to pick up everything that I wanted. I sort of had these different tiers, and in the top tier, I grabbed everything that I wanted. I also hit up Disc Replay. It's a secondhand store. Out of curiosity, I was like, people may be upgrading to 4K with their Criterions. Maybe people are offloading their old Blu-rays. Maybe I'll pick up some of those Blu-rays, and I grabbed a few there. And then I can't even remember the title it was, but Amazon, will sometimes beat the Criterion sale at Barnes and Noble. Yeah. And they did that late in the sale, and there was a movie. I cannot remember what it was, but I picked that up too. So, but that doesn't arrive, I think, until September, if I remember right.
Ooh. Yeah, Derek, I'm still trying to offload some Criterions here. So high tier member, 2-for-1 special tonight. Get 2 used Criterions, certified by Mega Mike.
It was Blood Simple. That's what I bought. That was that one that I got.
There you go. I'm telling you, everybody wants to get rid of Blood Simple. Simple as that. All right, Johnny.
The sale went pretty good for me. I stuck to my list with the exception of one title. There was one title I couldn't find, and like Ben, if it's in the store, I'm gonna go ahead and get it, with the exception of one title. I had to order from Amazon for one title, but yeah, it went pretty good for me. Yes, I did go behind the counter to look for titles, and I found.
All right, next up.
So yeah, the sale was good for me. I really did keep myself pretty tight-knit this time. I was done buying by the 5th of July. I had my list. I was good to go. I ended up with 7 spine numbers, however which way you want to take that. I got everything on my list, but my list is ever growing, so I can always get things from my list.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Jordan.
Yeah, the sale went good for me. I honestly was a little thinking like, man, I'm blowing everyone out of the water till Johnny, showed off his talking about his stuff. So I don't feel as bad. I got 18, but it went really well. I actually hit up my Barnes and Noble the first weekend. Was able to get it go in that Saturday. It's hard for me because mine's over an hour away. That's my closest one. So I did do a few online purchases, but for the most part, we did it in store. And mine was well stocked, especially that first week. But I went again like the last weekend, and it was a ghost town. I mean, there was absolutely nothing really. So that was the only kind of harder part, was the very last weekend of the sale. But for the most part, it went really well.
Awesome. All right, I think that was everybody for the first round. So let's get right into the second round, the meat and potatoes of the stream. We're going to show off our hauls. Yep, let's talk them pickups. I'm going first because I got the least. So this will be quick on my part. I picked up only 2 titles here. I guess 4 movies in total, though. So
Are we ranking them right now as well?
If you can, if you've seen them. I've seen all mine. I can play that. All right. So yeah, I guess I'll put this at the bottom, even though I gave all these the same stars. So all 4 stars for me, but the Hood trilogy, excellent movies. Oh my goodness. I love the street level movies. There's just something about the drama there, the intensity. Boys in the Hood, jaw dropped by then. I'm like, oh no. Oh my gosh, what just happened? Not your typical Hollywood ending, let's say. But all really good movies. Poetic Justice was really good. Baby Boy was really good. If I had to rank them, I mean, they're so close, but maybe I would go Baby Boy, Poetic Justice, Boys in the Hood, but they're so close. And I'm only putting the other 2 above Boys in the Hood because they're a little bit happier endings. So,
all the Boys in the Hood is the worst one. I got to grab that. I haven't seen the other 2.
Well, I mean, they're all good. They're all good. It's really just your style, but they're very, very similar in flavor. Great music too, and all of them. And then my number 1, House Party. Oh my gosh. First time watching the classic. I've seen the remake, of course. And I thought the remake was pretty good, but everybody was hating on the remake. I'm like, I got to check out the classic then.
With
The
good
classic's
reason.
better. Happy to report. So this is a classic that holds up. Very funny. I mean, some of the ridiculous stuff in here with the roof literally getting blown off the house. And then it comes back in the after credits. I'm like, what is this, a Marvel movie? What the heck's going on here? So really funny. Just an easy watching comedy. This is going to get a lot of rewatches for me. So, and great characters in here too. So really, really fun. Yeah. But yeah, so those were good pickups. All right, Brian, what'd you get?
All right, so I got Mike's favorite movie, Seven Seal.
Man, I would have given it to you on a discount. What happened, man?
I
I
got
wanted
it
it in
at a
4K.
discount.
Mike
I know
would've
you wanted the
paid you to
4K.
spend that
You
time.
wanted the dullness in 4K, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like it, but I didn't hate it. I gave it 3 stars. I need to rewatch it again. It's been on my list forever, so I was excited to pick it up, but I don't know if I was just tired the night I watched it, but it was a little slow moving, and I thought there was gonna be way more chess.
I told you, after the chess scene at the beginning, it's all downhill. Like, you think it's going to be really cool with that chess scene, and then you're like, what the heck's happening?
That's the classic excuse for a boring film. I think I was tired.
No, and I like classic. I'm gonna rewatch it. I will give it another try because it's short. It's only like 90-something minutes, 97 minutes. I could watch it again. But I also got Winchester 73. I like this one. I think I give this one 4 stars. It's a fun little Western with Jimmy Stewart in it. I've seen a couple of his movies now, Stewart, and there you go, Johnny. I haven't seen him in a Western, so I thought he did pretty good. It was a good story. It just bounces around a lot. Has everybody seen this or no?
It's on my watch list for with Jeff.
And they do have a biopic movie of Jimmy Stewart coming out this year called Jimmy, which I'm very excited for.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Next up, the only the non-black and white pickup was Network. I had never seen this before, and it sold out pretty quickly with the flash sale when it came out. So I was happy that Barnes & Noble had it. I thought this was great. Peter Finch was fantastic in this. And just that whole, mad as hell, I'm not going to take it any more scene is just so much fun. But this was really good. I think I gave this one 4.5 stars on Letterboxd. Really enjoyed it. Back to the black and whites, The Man Who Wasn't There. I like the Coen brothers, so this was another 4.5 star one for me. I think I may have seen this back in 2001 when it came out, but a lot of it didn't really ring a bell to me. I didn't really like the Birdie storyline, so it loses the 0.5 star because of that one for me. But other than that, this is a really good noir, kind of like a modern noir. And then my favorite pickup of the sale, thank you, Vin, Paper Moon, 5 stars.
Yes.
Absolutely love this movie. Tatum O'Neal was so just their back and forth between Ryan O'Neal and Tatum was just hilarious, and she was fantastic. So it's no wonder that she won the award, but I feel like she should have been up for Best Actress, not Supporting Actress. This was her movie. I feel like she really led this, but absolutely fantastic and a great recommendation.
Awesome. How about you, Ryan?
So I don't watch movies; I just buy them. So there probably won't be much ranking in this. Derek reminded me of something. I went to My Mega Replay or Disc Replay, whatever you want to call it, and they had 2 titles. I think I paid $11 each for these. And usually around the sale time, they start showing up My Mega Replay because people like to pocket stuff and then go sell it elsewhere for money, But I picked up The Blob, which I've never seen the original Blob. I've only seen the remake, and I think this don't have the remake on it. I don't think. No. So I picked up The Blob. Like I said, $11, couldn't pass that up. And then I picked up The Big Chill. I never put this on my list. I know Mike and everybody's kind of talked about it, but again, for $11, I couldn't pass it up.
No,
so
you
I picked those up.
No, you couldn't.
Yeah, incredible movie.
Yes.
We'll see.
I wish I could find Criterion's for $11.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like basically stealing them.
What
Mhm.
format were those in?
They're both Blu-ray.
Blue.
Yep. So like I said, I did get technically 15 titles, but I bought 13 from the sale. The first two that I'm going to show are impulse buys, and I explained them in my video. But the first one is Amores Perros by Inarritu. I
I
forget
got
what his
that
first
one.
name is. So I even said in my video, I don't think I ever watched any of those. I didn't realize he did Birdman and Revenant. I love those two movies. And I picked this up because Digger's coming out. And I really wanted to get this movie because I know this has been praised by a lot of people. I think Guillermo del Toro said this is like one of his favorite movies and all that. So I had to have it. And then I'm kind of mad about this one. I showed this one on the Criterion Battle last week. I didn't realize there was a 4K of this. My store did not have the 4K set of this, but it's the I'll Remind You of Everything, 3 films by Mike Mills.
Yeah.
And but I'll deal with Blu-ray. That's fine with me. I'm on the fence about Criterion 4Ks. They look good, but I feel like they could be a lot better. So I think I saved $50 by buying the Blu-ray set. But this has got 20th Century Women, Beginners, and Come On with Joaquin Phoenix. I even mentioned in the thing, I passed this out whenever they showed it on the original email or whatever. I was like, okay, I don't know who Mike Mills is, whatever. And then I actually looked at it. I realized, oh, I like Come On, so I'm going to buy all 3 of them.
Wait, what was the first one you mentioned on that trilogy? 20th Century Women?
It's Beginners, 20th Century Women, and then Come On.
I've seen them both. I haven't seen Beginners. But Come On is fantastic.
Yes. Yeah. It's, I think, one of my favorite movies the year that came out. We'll get the Asian titles out of the way first because only Ben appreciates the Asian titles. I bought the new Eclipse series. I love these that they went to the Blu-ray, but it's Kinuyo Tanaka directs 6 films. Love Letter, The Moon that Has Risen, Forever a Woman, The Wandering Princess, Girls of the Night, and Love Under the Crucifix. I love these little clips things. It's just you get a bunch of movies in there for a good price. Stuff that really wouldn't see a full release in the collection, but you know, they really put a spotlight on lesser directors and stuff like that. And
Girls of the Night sounds spicy.
Yes. Those are the I've noticed that about the Eclipse series because I've got another one too, and a lot of I think it's got like 5 films in them, and they're all sexual related Japanese movies. I'm like, maybe that's what the Eclipse series is. It's the nighttime movies.
Criterion After
movie,
Dark.
Yes. I think we talked about this last time. So this next one's actually from the Criterion Premieres set, which used to be Janus Compilations, I guess a couple years ago. I didn't realize they changed it, but this is a film by Shang Tao, I believe is his name, but it's called Caught in the Tides. And this movie, I compared it to the Before trilogy because it took 23 years to film this movie. He used the same 2 stars and actually filmed them over a 23-year period and told the story and caught them
aging. Zoom him in big, quick. I want to see that. Nice.
Yep. So yeah, a film 20 years over the making. So, but it's basically a love story and kind of just these 2 people, kind of trials and tribulations and them growing old and all that. But yeah, Caught by the Tides. A new one for the month that just came out. Nagisha Oshima. Oshima's an awesome director from the 50s and 60s. A Cruel Story of Youth. Basically about this guy and girl that's kind of down on the luck, and they start. She starts seducing older men, and he basically kind of roughs them up, and they blackmail them and stuff like that. Can't wait to check that out. I don't know if this director has anything in the. I said in my video he did, but then I realized the movie I mentioned was not actually his. It was King Hughes. But Sue Hark, The Blade. This may be his first entry into the Criterion Collection. I know he's got stuff on like Arrow and Eureka and stuff like that, but I don't know if he's ever had a Criterion. Sue Hark is an awesome director from the 60s, 70s into the 80s, but The Blade, had to pick that up.
That one looked really interesting. I saw that at my store, but I didn't pick it up, so I made sure to add it to my list. Yeah.
It's a variation of the One-Armed Swordsman. One-Armed Swordsman's a very prolific Shaw Brothers thing. It's kind of a I don't know if it's actually based on a true person in Japanese history, but it's been one of those stories that's been told several different variations. So I can't wait to check it out. And Sue Hark was like a pioneer in a lot of directing and action stuff whenever he was coming up. And then the last Asian title, I almost bought this on DVD, the last sale, because I was going to go through and start buying all the Akira Kurosawa that's on DVD only. And I'm glad I stopped because about the same time, BFI put out the 4K box. I think it was BFI. One of them put out the big 4K box set. And then Criterion put out Stray Dog, which has been on DVD since forever. I mean, this is spine number 233. So I'm having a feeling that they're going to start putting all of their Akira Kurosawa on Blu-ray and 4K. So I can't wait for them to upgrade those things. And then 6 more. Movie I talked about during the pre-sale that it just caught my eye because the story of it, I think Ben watched it and he said it's a one-time watch maybe, but Testament. Basically about a family living after a nuclear explosion and all that. And it's kind of bleak and dark, but I like bleak and dark and all that good stuff. So Testament, I can't wait to check it out. First time this gentleman's been in the collection. That's about time. Big Top Pee-wee, or not Big Top. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. We need Big Top Pee-wee
we
in
need
the collection
Big Top
as well.
in there too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Should've
Tim
been a box.
Burton. This is a classic. I mean, this just shows again Criterion. We go from like post-nuclear explosion kind of family drama from like Stray Dog from Akira Kurosawa to Tim Burton's crazy ass Pee-wee Herman.
Yeah. And that's a good title to advocate for. If that can, not that I haven't seen it, but if that can be in the collection, it opens the door.
Mhm.
Pretty
Yeah.
wide.
Yeah.
Good
Pretty
point.
wide.
Yeah.
It was pretty wide.
It's on par with Wall-E. Like when they announced Wall-E, it's like, oh, okay, well, that opens up doors. This opens up doors as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen this movie. I feel like I probably have watched it like maybe in the 80s. But I love Lee Marvin. He was one of my godfather's favorite actors, and we used to always watch. Was it Hogan's Heroes or what movie was he was in?
Dirty Dozen.
Dirty Dozen, yeah, not Hogan's Heroes. Used to love that movie as a kid. So Point Blank, had to pick that up. That is a new title. Yeah, it's a new title. It's not a re-release. Like Brian, I picked up The Man Who Was in There. If it's Coen Brothers are going to be in the collection, I'm going to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've seen this. I may have, but I don't think I have. And then, of course, the next two titles, streaming services are killing us, but Criterion saving the day. I picked up Killers of the Flower Moon. And I've held off on this because, I mean, there's been like 6 or 7 different international releases of this. But the way Criterion had been going at the time, because they did Marriage Story and a few other streaming titles, I was like, it'll probably come in the Criterion collection. The Irishman, I think, is what kind of cemented it for me. So I had to pick that up. And the last thing also was on streaming, but Jacques Trier. I love Trier. He's only done a few movies, but they've all been good that I've watched. But sentimental value with the elder Skarsgård and his 2 daughters and a little family dynamic. And I think this got some praise. I don't know if it won any awards, but
It was
I had to
up
pick
for
it up.
Best Picture.
Yeah, it was up for best.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And-
can't wait to check it out.
I have that on my stack as well. I like that director, and he did The Worst Person in the World. And I
Yes.
think that's a great movie.
Mhm.
But if you haven't seen that one, Sentiment of Value, it's right up there. It's very, very good.
I don't know, because I've got the Oslo trilogy, which is Oslo 1951 or whatever. The second movie and the third movie is The Worst Person in the World. I still haven't watched the very first one, the Oslo. I've watched the second one and Worst Person in the World. I love that movie. I wanted to kill that girl and like her at the same time.
All right, Steve.
All right, so yeah, like I said, I have 10 titles here. First one, my favorite is the John Singleton box set. I got this on Blu-ray, but I've seen Boys in the Hood. I'd never seen the other two. Baby Boy, I thought it was really great. It kind of reminds me more like Boys in the Hood, that guy kind of thing. And I'd never seen Poetic Justice, and I was kind of disappointed by that, but it was great to see Janet Jackson and see Tupac and I just didn't like the story all that much, but a lot of people gave Janet Jackson grief about her performance in the movie, and she used to be on a show called Good Time back in the day, so she has acting experience. But I enjoyed that a lot. I liked the Carnal Knowledge. Had seen this on on Tubi before, and this is like the second, third time I'd seen it with the commentary, and I really like a lot of stuff in this. I love. We talked about the classic line in this movie. I'm not going to repeat it to spoil it for anybody, but I enjoyed that. With Jack Nicholson, it's Art Garfunkel from Simon and Garfunkel. It's just definitely a frat boy kind of humor and just guys being guys. House Party. I had actually never seen House Party before, and I enjoy this a lot. Just I was in high school at this time back in the early '90s. Just I remember kids dressed this way. That music was really popular at the time. I was more like a metal kid at the time, but I knew this music a lot. It couldn't help it. Being in the high school I went to, I was very there weren't a ton of white kids there, so like I learned about this culture a lot, and I enjoyed this a lot. Martin Lawrence, the Kid and Play. It's another one I saw on Tubi originally, and I bought this one on actually Blu-ray originally, and then took it back and got the 4K, and I had like 15 reward Barnes and Noble rewards for these. So I got this one for like $15, something like that, and so I'm really happy to pick this one up. I love the cover. This is the one where the cover is different from the Blu-ray part of it. It looks great. It's a French neo-noir film. Another one, it's Blind Buy, is from Martin Scorsese. It's Alice That Doesn't Live Here Anymore, which I used to watch the Alice TV show back in the day, and I didn't know these two were related. This is actually the TV show is based on this, and this is great. Ellen Burstyn, she's really great, and she won an Oscar for the character she played in this. And I enjoy it. It has Harvey Keitel's in it, and Chris Christopherson's in it too, and really good. Also saw this is the first time watch was Lenny. The Lenny Bruce story with Dustin Hoffman. I thought he's great in this. He plays the character. I think he plays it more comedic than I think the director wanted. Bob Fosse wanted to play it. So it's something that's much more comedic, but it's still pretty dark. And his life story is really sad. And then Ryan says that nobody else likes Japanese movies. I bought Stray Dog, and I love this. And I think Ran, that other one I've seen before, not through Criterion. I think that one's going to come to the collection next. If I were to predict, I'd say that one would come back to the collection. And I've seen it, and that was great. It's more like a later Kurosawa film and color, and it looks really great. So I hope that one's next, because I'll definitely buy that. But this one was out of print on DVD for a long time. I got this one based on the Roger Ebert documentary called Life Itself, Man Push Cart. This director talks about how Ebert and Roper both promoted his movie, and he really appreciated this. After Ebert had passed away, he talked about how they really got this movie into theaters, and people got. It's kind of like the Hoop Dreams kind of story years earlier with Siskel and Ebert kind of helped Hoop Dreams become really famous because of their recommendation, and they loved, like, this one's it's not a documentary, but it's sort of like a documentary, and just about a guy in New York trying to make a living in hard times, post 9/11, and I think it's like 2005. Love that one. This one's another Blind Buy. I think Mike hated this movie. I'm kind of on the fence about it, but it's Withnail and I. It's a British humor. I got a lot. I love the music in this movie. I kind of, after watching like the second time with the commentary, I liked it a little bit more. I know that there's like an advertising. Richard Grant has another movie that I haven't seen, but from the same director. This director, he was in the movie Romeo and Juliet. Bruce Robertson, he was one of the actors in that movie, and so he went and did. He's done a lot of great stuff. I think he may have been nominated for an Oscar for some of his writing. But some of the humor it's growing on me. It had the guy that was in Wayne's World 2, the roadie, the guy, the British guy that comes to America to help train the roadies and stuff, how to handle the crowds and how to do stuff on stage. I wish that guy had been in the movie a lot more. because I thought he's great. He's only in like the beginning and ending. He's like their drug dealer in the movie. And then finally, this is one I had. I used to have it on DVD. It's from Francis Ford Coppola. It's Rumblefish. It's very art house. It's the same woman, S.E. Hinton, that wrote. She wrote The Outsiders, and this movie's definitely not like The Outsiders. It's more like an art house kind of vibe. It's all in black, mostly in black and white. But like I said, watching it like 30 years ago, I was not really into art house movies, and so watching it now, I enjoyed it so much more. Matt Dillon's in it, and Diane Lane, and so I just enjoyed watching it so much more. It looks really great on Blu-ray too, as compared to the DVD I used to have back in the day. So I wouldn't say it's a movie I'd necessarily recommend unless you're a big Francis Ford Coppola fan, which I am. So this is actually the very last title I picked up it was on like Saturday before the sale ended. So I was glad to pick it up, but I wouldn't say people should run out and buy it unless you maybe check and see if it's on Tubi. Maybe check it out on there before buying it, just because, like I said, it's very, very art house and kind of slow. But it's great to watch. Nicolas Cage is in this movie. He's in a few scenes. Francis Ford Coppola's nephew, and so it's great. And Christopher Penn, Sean Penn's younger brother, passed away years ago. He's in this as well. So I liked it though.
Yeah, you have a bunch of stuff. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, with Nell and I was kind of mad about because Arrow came out with that nice like collector's edition, and then Criterion announced it like 2 months later, and I'd already bought the Arrow version. I didn't realize it was already in the Criterion collection on DVD that had been out of print forever. So I was kind of trying to be a purist. I'd rather have the Criterion version, but I've got the nice Arrow box set. So
yeah, when you were talking about With Nell and I, it reminded me of a British film that kind of has a similar vein, but I couldn't remember the name of it for the life of me. And I didn't want to get up and run over to my shelf and miss what you were saying. Maybe I will for a second if you give me the chance, but it's another film that is kind of the same, but it's very fantastic. That's in the collection, but I just can't remember the name of it. I got to find the spine. And
Dinner with Andre?
Not with Andre.
That one's not British though. I've seen that one on TV. It reminds me of The Young Ones back in the day on MTV. They used to show this British comedy. And it reminds me of Monty Python, just that British humor that it's just like it's still growing on me, but I can understand people if you watch it. I can understand why you wouldn't like it though, because the humor is very British. So that's the thing about it.
It just clicked in my brain. It's called Naked.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, it's interesting. It's just about essentially a British vagrant romping around town using people, but it's pretty good. But Man Push Cart, I've never heard of, and that's another one I want to look up.
Yeah, I just added it to my wish list.
Yeah, it's very much like Takeout. Have you ever seen from Sean Baker?
Yeah, I love Takeout.
Yeah, it's just like I said, it's filmed like a documentary, but it's not exactly. It's just about this guy that's an immigrant that's he has a food cart, and he's every day he pushes his cart out to this corner in New York, and just how tough it is in his life. And the director said just post 9/11 how people from the Middle East were kind of picked on a lot for in New York after 9/11. There's like people were very closed-minded about it at the time, and they had to deal with that. And like I said, Roger Ebert is the one that he appreciated him so much for promoting his movie, and it's what got it out in the theaters, and people got to see it. And so he said very much appreciated Ebert for doing that for him.
Yeah, that sounds right up my alley. I'd like to check that one. Next sale. I got on.
There's always next time until there's not.
Yep.
All right, Vin.
All right, I do have mine somewhat ranked. At the bottom is Lenny, just because I didn't watch it. So that's the only reason. I gave it about 15 minutes, and then life came up, and I had to stop watching it, and I never got back to it, but I need to get back to it. I love Dustin Hoffman, so it's at the bottom just because I haven't seen it, and I can't talk about it. One that I can talk about, though, I did watch was The Dead. This was a blind buy when I was in the store. the synopsis sounded interesting. Usually I'll go right to Letterbox and see if any of you guys or my other friends have seen it and see what you guys think. I don't think anyone else had seen this one. Am I correct?
I haven't seen it.
No.
Yeah. I'm not one to say to dismiss a film, but it was extremely boring and I got nothing from it. So moving on. Next is Sorcerer, which I enjoyed. It was fine. It's nothing I'm clamoring to rewatch or like recommend to anyone. I know a lot of people are a little bit higher on this film, but I thought it was fine.
What do you think of the score? Because I think that's why it's so elevated.
Yeah, that
See,
tangerine green
I
score.
don't know. I didn't even notice. You say that.
really?
I didn't even notice it. So I don't know.
Huh.
I mean, I have to watch it again and pay attention better to the score. Next one I have, It Was Just an Accident. This one I liked. It was a fun movie. And the way it was shot and the way it was filmed, as far as the director's limitations, is very interesting. And this one is good. It was a fun watch. And now we're getting into, I only had 8 titles, so now we're getting into the top 4. And these top 4, well, the top 3 I really loved. This one, I'm still figuring out how I feel about it, and that's Lost Highway.
That's understandable.
So when you first watch it, you're kind of like,
What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah.
But it actually is kind of, it actually does have a fair, for David Lynch, it actually does have a fairly simple explanation as far as what's actually happening in the film with Bill Pullman. And my appreciation for it actually, like when I watched it and then I was like, okay, let me go to YouTube. Let me see what people are saying. Let me see what some breakdown videos. And once I felt like I had a better handle on like what was going on, it actually made me want to rewatch it more than I thought I would want to rewatch it. I only bought this film because there was one scene I was watching. I think it was a TikTok short, and it was the scene where he's at that party and he talks to the mysterious stranger, and he's like, "I'm at your house right now." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Call me." And he calls him. That one scene sold me, and I said, "I'm going to buy this movie off that one scene." Fantastic scene. Fantastic character, that guy. So yeah, it comes in fourth because it is a bit, it's, Lynch is Lynch. You love Lynch or you're okay with Lynch, but
I really think that one, because of Trent Reznor's involvement in it,
Yeah.
because it was huge when it came out, because, oh, you got the guy from Nine Inch Nails as, Lynch and all this. I think Lynch pushed it to be a little bit more mainstream, and it was less Lynchian than his rest of his other movies because of that.
Yeah.
It's still weird, but it's not as.
No.
Vin, have you seen Inland Empire yet? Or
Shit.
No, I haven't seen Inland Empire, and I still have not seen Mulholland Drive either. I have Mulholland Drive.
Inland Empire is really long.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Mulholland Drive is
made
great.
my head hurt.
Yeah.
All right, but that brings us to the top 3. Number 3 for me is going to be Nightmare Alley.
It's a good one.
Big Del Toro fan, but I'm not the biggest film noir fan, so I was hesitant. But it's a nice chunky box, so I wanted to grab it, and plus it has the color. Obviously, it's in color, but it has the black and white, and I enjoyed it. I was hesitant because I don't love film noir in the classical sense, and I also don't really care about Bradley Cooper. He's not really I don't really care about him, but I did enjoy it. Top 2. These two films.
How did you watch it, in color or black and white?
I watched it in color, but the next time I revisit, I will definitely do black and white.
And then have you seen the original? I can't remember. Is the original also on Criterion?
Yeah, it's in the collection.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't seen it though.
Okay.
But my top 2, number 2 is going to be Sentimental Value. I admittedly am a bit of a mark for these kind of like North European, Denmark, Norway type films. I just enjoy these directors that are very prominent in those areas. And like we talked about earlier, I love The Worst Person in the World, and I really enjoyed this one as well. So that was number 2. But number 1 for me, if you follow me on Instagram, which is pretty much the only place to do so these days, is HUD. This was a 5-star film for me. Paul Newman film, early 60s. And sometimes you watch a film, and I don't know why, because there's so many, like, this is not a Western, but it has Western vibes to it. And I'm not a big, like, classic Western fan. But this film came on, kind of like Paper Moon, Brian. I knew right away Paper Moon I was going to love. And this had the same thing. Like, within, like, 10 minutes, I was like, yeah, you got me. Like, this is going to be good. And it was. Paul Newman is insanely charismatic. And what I love about this film so much is that there's a small cast of main characters, and they're all so well fleshed out. They're all so rich and vibrant. And every character, like, throughout watching the film, they make sense. You know why they're saying and doing what they're doing. They have their morals and their values, and some are changing and evolving, and some aren't so much. But this film, I think, for me, is a 5-star film. And that doesn't mean that it's the best film in the world, but for what it's trying to do, there's no way to make this film better, in my opinion. So the release of The Sale for me is HUD.
Is that a newer title, or is that an older title?
It's a newer one.
It just came out, yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, Derek.
You've moved HUD higher on my want list for the next sale. When I saw it came out, I was like, man, I forgot that one was coming out. And I was like, well, maybe I'll get it the next sale. And now it's like a for sure. I think I'm going to get it.
The next sale. It's going on the list. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, and actually I was wrong. I actually had one additional movie that I had in my pile over there that I forgot about. So I've added that. So I have one more than I said earlier. First, I'm going to go through the ones that I got from the secondhand store. There are only 3 of them. And time to watch these. My wife and I started Body Heat, but it was supposed to be like a date night. Kids are away, but we just passed out on the couch. It's not the movie's fault. It's not the movie's fault. It was, we were trying to, like, what do they call that? Like revenge night or something. I don't know. You try and stay awake super late. We couldn't do it. So anyway, sorry. First, Tokyo Story. Haven't seen it, but there's an artist that I really like named Peter Doig, who has a film club that he started, and he always paints a movie poster for this film club. And I always kind of, I don't know, I just like looking at his posters. They're done in a very like naive sort of way. And he had one for Tokyo Story, and I always liked looking at that one. And I was like, you know what? There's the movie. I'll pick it up. Plus, it was only $15.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's
a
really good movie.
Yeah, and I've heard about that one, like even prior to that painting. I know it's really, I don't know, a movie to be watched, Next is Round Midnight. Anybody heard of this? So this, I just kind of read the back. Is that what I did? Or maybe somebody in the comment, I think I went to Disc Replay, didn't get it. Someone in the comments was like, why didn't you pick this up? So I was like, okay, I'll pick it up. I went back and there it was. And this is about a jazz musician, and a real jazz musician is playing this jazz musician, but he's not playing himself. I don't know, it just kind of sounded interesting. And again, cheaper Criterion's on Blu-ray, worth it. This one's actually DVD that I got, and that is Two-Lane Blacktop. And someone in the comment section again was like, hey, you need to pick that up. That one's great. James Taylor is in it, the singer, and one of the Beach Boys. And I think they were describing it as sort of like, if you like Easy Rider, you might like this. This one maybe is more like action-y, I think. Maybe it has a little bit more like maybe Smokey and the Bandit infused, if I'm correct. But I don't know. After researching it, I really got into the idea of watching it. So I hope to watch it. It came with the script, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, this is just DVD. And I got them to mark it down $2 less because I saw some pen marks on the inside. And then next we have this one, I think was released during the sale, right? Or maybe that first week. And I did open it because we did start it, but passed out on the couch. And this is really cool. If you know, in between my visits to Barnes and Noble videos, I will do random rankings where I'm sort of critiquing the artwork and ranking Criterion art. And the artist of this cover found my video and commented on it and liked what I had to say about it. So I don't know, that felt pretty cool to have him comment on the video.
That's cool.
I liked what I saw of it, though, like about, the 20 minutes. Like Vin, life got in the way and life was falling asleep. Okay, next, Lenny. I don't know. I like stand-up comedy, so I wanted to watch a movie about it. I used to. I guess I didn't watch the last season, but there's a show called The Fabulous Mrs. Maisel or something like that. Is that what it's called? Am I saying that right? Fabulous? Okay.
Marvelous.
Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Marvelous. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, alliteration. Marvelous Miss Maisel, and Lenny Bruce is in it, so I don't know. That kind of made me more excited to see it. Then, Johnny, you're responsible for this one.
Oh, really?
Four Musketeers. You got this, I think, the last sale. And then I went and watched the trailers for it. And I don't know, I didn't look it up what kind of film stock they use, but whatever film stock they're using, I just really like. It reminds me of stuff like my English lit teacher in high school made us watch. I don't know, something's going on with the film stock that the colors look really interesting. I really like the grain in it. So I picked that up, and I loved the Disney movie when I was a kid,
Those are very good.
That ain't the Disney movie. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So hopefully those are good. Next, we got the Hood trilogy right here. A lot of you have already spoken about that. I haven't seen any of these, actually, except portions of Poetic Justice, just catching it on movie channels when I was a kid or teen or whatever I was at the time. But yeah, so I'm excited to dig into these. So when we last met, I talked about how I want to expand my Lynch collection, and I've been, thinking about doing that ever since he passed away. Elephant Man came back to Criterion as 4K, and I grabbed that. And this one, from what I've heard, I've seen little bits of this. I can't even remember if it was on YouTube or on TV, but this one supposedly is like one of his easiest ones to follow, right? One of his easiest films to follow. It's the most normal Lynch, right? Yeah. So I think I'm gonna maybe this is mean to say, watch it in October. It's not a horror film, but that's probably
it will pull at your heartstrings. It's a sad.
It's fantastic.
Yes.
I just watched it again recently. I think with Straight Story is probably his most family oriented. I think Disney just said they just dropped it from Disney Plus, but it's very, very family oriented. If you ever see the Straight Story.
Straight Story, yeah, that's the one with the farmer on the tractor or something,
lawnmower or whatever.
Yeah. Also picked up Inland Empire. So this was the one I really wanted to pick up of Lynch's. I'm going to get the rest of them the next sale, I think, or Christmas. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I think I talked about this story last time, but when he was sort of promoting Laura Dern for Best Actress for this movie, it was just like really hilarious the way he did it. And he's just such a weirdo, was such a weirdo. And I love that about him. So yeah, wanted that. Captain Blood, picked it up. I already talked about this last time just because it made me think of Mighty Ducks 2. When Gordon Bombay goes bad, they call him Captain Blood. And maybe they're referencing this movie. I don't even know if they are, but if they are, I picked up the movie. And then already been talked about, but House Party, this I watched when I was a little kid. I had a cousin who was older than me, so he introduced me to like a lot of stuff teenagers were watching. And you talked about being a metalhead back then, and he introduced me to a lot of metal also. But yeah, so I'm excited to get back into this because I haven't really seen it since it like first went to HBO after it was in the theaters. So it's been a long time. And then my favorite, that was in no real order, but I did save this one for last because even after watching all of those, I know this one's gonna always be my favorite just because of that. nostalgia. Grew up watching Pee-wee's Playhouse and this movie and Big Top Pee-wee. That's one Big Top Pee-wee. I remember exactly what I was doing in the movie theater. I have a lot of memories from that when I saw that with my aunt and older cousin. But yeah, this one, I know Tim Burton directed it, but I always kind of forget about that aspect. That is a big deal that this is the first Tim Burton in the collection. I just kind of think of it as, wow, Pee Wee Herman's in the collection. How cool is that? So good for Tim Burton also.
Yeah, and Danny Elfman worked with them on that, and also Phil Hartman was a co-writer on that too. So
right, yeah, and I think it was after that movie when Paul and Phil kind of had a falling out because not enough credit was necessarily going to Phil because he had a huge hand in Pee-wee, but wasn't quite getting the same credit that Paul was getting because Paul is obviously the face of Pee-wee. Yeah, those are my movies.
All right, Jeff.
So I do have a ranking, but I'm going to start off with the ones that I can't rank because I haven't seen them yet. But I did grab Punch Drunk Love on this sale. I just kind of felt like I needed some Adam Sandler. Basically just because of other things that I bought this month on this sale. I thought I needed a little bit of Adam Sandler to kind of curb some of my other choices. Now the other one that I haven't seen yet, I plan on sitting down and watching this one with my mom because she was a big push to grab it, and that's Network. Obviously, lots of people are talking about it and saying it's really good, but I'm excited to check that one out. Now, the actual ranking, I like all these that I've got, so saying that it's number 5 doesn't say that it's bad. But I just watched this one right before the stream, and that is Monty Python's The Life of Brian. I enjoyed it a little bit more in high school when me and my buddies would get around and watch it every couple months. It's still funny, but there's just a little bit too much men in that movie. A lot of naked men in that movie. I did not remember that and was not expecting it when I was sitting down watching it with my wife. And then number 4, I haven't opened this one up and watched it yet, but I really wanted to upgrade my DVD. Watched this one a lot in high school. It used to play on VH1 all the time, and that is House Party. Really, really love that Criterion's getting some, I guess you can call new age comedy in the line. I'm trying to grab as many of those as I can. I like a good comedy.
New age comedy gets 30 years old.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And I say that, but then like my next one is probably the furthest thing from a comedy with one of the most comedic actors I have here tonight, and that is Uncut Gems. I have the A24 Blu-ray, but I love this film, and I couldn't think of a better time than now to grab it. And I mainly grabbed it because when I went in store, it was just there, and I'm like, hey, it's there. It's in nice condition. There's no crinkles. Now's the time to get it.
Great one.
Now the next one, this one kind of wins by default to get the number 2 spot because it just has so many films in it. The only one I haven't seen is Poetic Justice, but yeah, I got the Hood trilogy, and I have seen bits and parts of Poetic Justice. They used to play it on VH1 all the time. I know I've caught it, but I just was never one that could stick around through commercials for movies. But everybody's talked about this one tonight, so everybody's pretty excited about having those films. But my number 1 pickup was actually one that I already had a studio release for. I watched this one this afternoon, and it may actually still be one of my favorite Criterions in general, and I'm up over 100 of them now. But we're talking Menace to Society. This movie, in my opinion, is better than any of the 3 in the Hood trilogy. This is my Hood film from the 90s. Like, if I have to choose just one, it's always this. I showed this to my wife for the first time today, and she said, oh my goodness, I didn't realize that you liked films like this, but that's awesome. She loved it. And I actually was really surprised that I hadn't ever watched this with her yet. We've been together almost 16 years. And I think I always just pull the Blu-ray off when I'm at home by myself, because it's just one of those ones that I can sit and just reflect on with myself every time I watch it. And I get something new out of this watch every time I watch this movie, every time. So, but that was
cheeseburgers, man.
Yeah. And, you got to remember to break yourself.
All right,
But
Jordan.
that was my gets for the month. So.
Okay, so I guess I'll start with the ones that I watched from the sale. I've got other ones I didn't watch, but I've seen the movies, but I just didn't watch it from these pickups. So the first one, same as Jeff, picked up this Paul Thomas Anderson, Punch Drunk Love. This one I had never seen, but I was very fascinated with it being Adam Sandler, being one of his earliest, if not his earliest, very more serious, more of a drama, and what a great character study. Philip Seymour Hoffman, that's got to be one of my favorite characters, is him in there. His confrontation with Adam Sandler is just iconic in that movie. This one, I've seen this many a times, but I never owned it. And it's a Coen Brothers movie, and that is Inside Llewyn Davis. Oscar Isaac plays a folk singer just trying to make it into the business. And this movie, to me, it's kind of, I grew up as a musician, played in bands, so it's really speaks to me with this one. Someone just trying to make it. So a phenomenal film. I would love to see this get a 4K one day. It's a great movie, and the soundtrack of this is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie.
This one I got I got a lot of crap for when I said I hadn't seen it, but that's Fast Times at Ridgemont High. This was a first time watch for me, and this one, man, this is like an instant classic. Rewatching it, everything about it, it's one of those feel good movies that I've already watched it twice. You can just put it on in the background and just enjoy it, and this movie's a vibe. So but this one might be my favorite. I don't know, it's hard to say. This one right here, this one was recommended from a buddy of mine, talked about it. He had recommended many a sales, never picked it up, but that is going to be The Sound of Metal.
Yes,
it's a great movie.
Incredible film about a metal drummer losing his hearing and having to go to this camp to learn how to be deaf. And this one hit me on another level. It's another one of those that it's funny. The lessons that the guy he's trying to teach him how to become deaf, the lessons he's trying to teach him, he does eventually learn, but at a pretty serious cost. So this is a great one right here. Really enjoyed that.
Sound design in that is amazing as well. How they dealt with the hearing loss was
well, and that's what I talked about. My kind of semi review is the opening shot is the entire his trailer, kind of almost like a condenser mic, picking up the coffee, the trip of the coffee, little stuff like that. Then they replay a scene essentially later, and it's very muffled. You almost can't hear anything. So that was a great one. This one was kind of, I always try to get a release that would challenge me. And this one's a Bela Tarr film, and it's Werkmeister Harmonies. I don't know if any of you guys have seen this one, but
I've heard of it.
It's about it's this Hungarian film. It's about this guy who he is tasked with taking this other older guy into town to kind of get word of the town. But at the same time, there's like a circus that comes into town that they have this huge stuffed whale that appears in this big trailer, all being controlled by this guy. I forget what they call him in this movie. Doesn't say. Oh, the prince. And it's a very weird movie. He takes control in a sense of this town, and the town goes into disarray and stuff. It's very well known. Bela Tarr is very well known for extremely long one-shot takes, like crazy. Like there's a scene where he's walking with someone for like 10 minutes and it's just them walking. But I found it fascinating because it almost puts you in the story with them completely. You feel like you're going through it with everybody. So that one was a surprising one that I really enjoyed. We got this one right here, Body Heat. I did finish this one in all its sweaty glory. Is the best way to put it. In the middle of the heat wave in Florida, but this is a fun kind of return to the noirs of the past. That was the intention of this film. It kind of reinvigorated the noirs, and tons of twists and turns. This was a fun one. Errol Flynn, we picked up Captain Blood as well. Watch this one. I picked this one up because I had never seen it, but I picked it up because I love The Adventures of Robin Hood. So I was like, okay, well, I got to grab this. Now, this is definitely leans more into a drama than, say, The Adventures of Robin Hood, in my opinion. But it's got this seems like the foundation of all the tropes of all the pirate movies you guys have ever seen since this came out. It's got just, it's funny. Like, Pirates of the Caribbean is one of my favorite movies of all time. And you could see just a lot of the similarities that they pulled from for that. So incredible movie. Really enjoyed that one.
Swashbuckling.
Okay, 2 more, and then I'll quickly go through the ones that I did not get a chance to watch. This one, I was blown away by this, and someone had already talked about it, but that's Menace to Society. This film, what an incredible character study on someone who was dealt a certain hand, and now he has to make a decision. What are you going to do with it? And my wife watched this for the first time. So similar with Jeff, but it was the first time for both of us. And for her, this was she was talking about this like a week after, talking about just how incredible this movie is and how it really tugs at your heartstrings. So very, very happy to finally add this to the collection. And then the last one that I did watch, it's a Lynch film, and that is Lost Highway. Same as Vin. I watched it, and I didn't know what I watched. And I did, just like Vin, had to go and look it up. Okay, what's going on here? And now you kind of, now you see, you understand, okay, now I see what's going on. But this, man, I've seen other Lynch films, and yes, this is a little more of a easier to watch and understand, even though I had to look up what it's about. So that tells you what Lynch is. But great one. And then for the ones that I picked up that I haven't had a chance to really dive into yet, The Phantom Carriage, the silent film. I don't remember who I saw recommend this. It might have been one of you guys. I can't remember. But I saw a clip of this on YouTube. And the atmosphere in this is what sold me. It's a silent film, but this one I can't wait to check this one out. The other one I picked up was by Arthur Penn and Gene Hackman in Night Moves. Grab this one. This was a big recommend for me.
Yeah,
still need to check
pretty
this
good.
one out. This right here, I'm a big horror guy. I'm sure as most of you guys know. The Vanishing. This is one I've never seen. I've heard a lot of people talk about this. So this is one that is high on my list that I still need to check out.
Next, dude. Next. That's amazing.
All right.
Yep.
We'll watch it tonight. We'll set this over here. Okay. We've got this right here from David Fincher, and that is The Game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We got that one. Pick that up.
It's a fantastic movie as well.
Agreed.
I believe this one was a new release. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. It's kind of a Western with Johnny Depp, but that is Dead Man.
Yeah, it's a new release.
I haven't heard anybody talk about this.
It's a Jarmusch film.
Yep.
Okay. Watched the trailer, and I thought, yeah, I can get into this. So we picked this one up.
Is that the 4K version? Because it's been in the collection for a couple years. Did they release a 4K?
I'm sorry. So this is the 4K. So I'm sorry. It's new to 4K.
New to 4K, yeah.
New to 4K.
Gotcha.
Right here, I still need to check this one out. I love the remake of this movie, but that is 310 to Yuma, the original, right here.
That was on my list. That was on my list. I love the remake. I think the remake is amazing, but I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, so same. The remake I love. I think it's just an incredible film. Still need to watch this one. So that was in there. Picked with this one. I've seen this one before. The Irishman. Classic. Love this movie. Grab this. This was one I started and then I didn't get a chance to finish, but that is The Elephant Man. So snag this. I watched about half of it, and yeah, I can see where it's starting to go, and it's pretty heartbreaking for sure. And the last one I picked up, I've seen this one before, but I can't believe it's taken me this long to get it. That's Dazed and Confused. So
Can't go wrong with it.
Yeah.
There's everything that I got.
Talk about good music in a movie. It's Dazed and Confused.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Johnny.
Okay, I'm going to start off by doing the ones that I actually did watch. I always feel uncomfortable doing rankings, so I'm just going to give you guys what I gave on my letterbox. The first one was I got Breathless by Godard. I checked this out. I need to watch it again. I think I only gave it like 3.5 stars, but yeah, I mean, Godard, French New Wave. I mean, this is a really good film, a really important film. But for me, I mean, like, I really couldn't get it. I was really just turned off by, if you've ever seen it, the main character, he just keeps like rubbing his lips. I'm like, that shit got on my nerves really quick. But I mean, it's a great film. I want to give it another watch. This one, based off of Vin's recommendation, I did get Night on Earth. I finally did see this. I gave this 4 stars. I was reading like what Roger Ebert said about it, and he said like if you've ever seen it, there's a scene where Giancarlo Esposito and Armin Mueller-Stahl, they're in the cabs, like they have the funniest, I guess, little segment of it. And I'm like, no, it's Roberto Benigni when he's giving a confession to a cardinal or a bishop, and the bishop actually has a heart attack. I guess at what he's telling the bishop, like I think he had sex with a pumpkin, then he had sex with his sister-in-law. He's giving this confession, and this bishop just like dies in the back seat of his car. But Night on Earth, I gave it, I think, 4 stars. The next one I actually have seen before. I think I gave it 4.5 stars, but it's Compensation. This is a really good film. From 1999. It was shot in 1993, and I guess it just like really went nowhere. It hit some film festivals, but then it's 2 parallel stories. One takes place during the early 1900s, and one takes place in the early 90s, and they both involve a deaf African American woman and the person she's like going out with, and how these. I don't want to give it away, but one of them, it involves an illness that shows up and how it affects them. But Compensation's really good. My next one, I gave this 4.5 stars, and I need to rewatch it because there's just so much going on in it. But I picked up The Last Emperor. And I was just so, I mean, if you've seen it, then you know, I mean, everything is absolutely stunning in this film. And I'm like, I need to watch this again because I'm like a kid when you dangle keys in front of him. I'm just looking at everything that's going on around me and not really paying that much attention to the story. But I have to watch this again. I mean, this is beautifully shot. The set decoration, the cinematography, everything, the music. David Byrne got an Academy Award for this. Everything in here is great. I just need to rewatch this again.
Yeah.
That's been in my collection, Johnny, and it's one of my blind spots. I haven't watched it yet.
It's like, I think it's like 3 hours, almost 3 hours long.
Well, and there's well, I don't know with that one, but I have the old DVD, and it is chunky. I mean, it is thick.
Yeah,
I think it has maybe 3 cuts on it.
Yeah, there's 3 discs in here.
Okay.
I think the 4K, the Blu-ray, which is the television cut, and another Blu-ray that's a theatrical version.
Yeah.
Is that a 4K from Criterion?
Yep.
Didn't Arrow put that out, right?
Yeah, they did one, and
I
got so close to picking that one up, and then Criterion said they were doing it. I'm like, well, I know which one I'm picking up.
I've got just the Blu-ray Criterion.
The next one I picked up, Testament. I did watch this. I gave this 5 stars actually. I've seen the day after, and I'm like, the day after's it's a great made for TV film. I saw this and I'm like, yeah, this one's just a little bit better than that one, because instead of dealing with, the entire country as this nuclear attack happens, it deals with, a family and a community and how it disintegrates, and just with them trying to hold it together while basically the whole world's falling apart. And the very end of it, when I'm not going to spoil it, but Testament, and the last one I saw, I gave a 5-star to. I might put this one as my favorite, but it's Kiss of the Spider Woman. Anybody seen this?
No, I bought that one last sale, or last flash sale, I think.
I know about it.
Yeah, Raul Julia and William Hurt, they play prisoners, and it's basically almost the entire film takes place in their prison cell, and they're trying to have this dialogue amongst one another, and the very end of it's heartbreaking. But after watching that, I'm like, yeah, William Hurt absolutely deserved the Academy Award for that. So now on to the ones that I didn't watch, and there's a lot of them. I picked up Charade because I know Mike loves the bonus features on this. I picked up Les Samurai, the 4K. I also grabbed 5 Easy Pieces. I also grabbed the 4K for His Girl Friday. The Virgin Suicides.
Yes.
The 4K for The Elephant Man. Dogfight, which I'd seen like 30 years ago, so I haven't seen it since.
That's a great one.
Yeah, it's good.
And everybody here got it, so I'm not going to be left out. I got House Party. Now, this is, I said I picked up one. I had to order one through Barnes & Noble, or I ordered one through Amazon. When I went to Barnes & Noble on the first day of the sale, I had this in my hand, and I put it back because I'm like, I don't think this one's going to go out. Sure enough, it did. So we were on our way back from my last Barnes & Noble trip, and April said, just go ahead and order the damn thing. And I ordered it, and I did get Body Heat. I also picked up Altered States, A History of Violence. This one I'm blaming Jeff for. Choose me. I did grab Network, The Man Who Wasn't There, Killers of the Flower Moon. I did get the Hood trilogy, and yeah, it's Menace to Society hits a lot more for me than Boys in the Hood did. I grabbed Lenny. Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. HUD. And last and certainly not least, I picked up The Crying Game. So yeah.
You got a lot of watching to do, Johnny.
Yeah, indeed I do.
I heard a lot of stories about Body Heat selling out and people having a tough time getting that. So I got lucky. I almost didn't get it. And then again, a commenter was like, nah, give it another look. And then I watched a trailer for it that was different than the first one I watched, and it was really good. But I remember then you had Sorcerer. I remember Sorcerer was kind of that way. Was it the last sale or the previous sale before that?
Yeah.
Where it was a really tough one to get. And I feel like Body Heat was this year's Sorcerer. Somebody said that earlier, I think. But yeah.
I feel like they've done that. The last few sales, there has been the one title that seems to be that way. And that used to not be like that. Like the last 3 or 4 sales, it's been that way.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the same with me trying to get the Hood trilogy. Could not find it anywhere.
That's the one I thought was going to be like this year's Sorcerer. So I put Body Heat back and then went and dug around in a box behind the counter and pulled out the Hood trilogy.
It's like Risky Business was a few years ago, too, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be taking off, guys, but somebody mentioned, I think Hall of Fame or HOF mentioned this is Spinal Tap. I bought this like last year on 4K, and I love it. It's got the 4K and Blu-ray, and the 4K is much better than the Blu-ray. As far as the film grain is much less. But I've always loved this movie, and yeah, it's one I had to pick up last year. This is one I couldn't wait for whatever it might have been the November sale or something like that. I had to pick it up before whenever the next sale was coming. I had to pick it up early with like a Walmart gift card. But it's a classic, in my opinion. It's one, especially if you grew up with it. I think it's something you love if you like the three main guys in the story. You know, maybe if you watch it now, maybe it doesn't. I know Vin, you didn't like it that much, but
Yeah,
maybe it doesn't hit the same. Yeah. If you see it now, maybe it doesn't hit the same as it did for me growing up with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has been a lot of fun, guys. I'm really glad to hear all your picks, man. Some really great stuff in there. I've got a lot of these titles too, and there's some I've added to my HUD. I've added to my wish list for next time. Probably I may not do the October sale, but I might do the November. I'll probably do the Barnes & Noble sale. Then I'll probably miss the Criterion sale in October, but. I've got some more titles I got to pick up and at that sale, but it's been great though. I mean, as far as everything I wanted, I picked up all the Barnes & Noble stores. I didn't have to do anything online or Amazon or anything. I got everything. I had to go to different stores in the area to get it, but it's been great, guys. I really appreciate it. Love hanging out with you guys again, and I'm gonna sign off for now. But have a great one.
Yeah, we'll see you.
All
Steve.
right, good,
Steve.
Steve.
See you guys.
All right.
I'm in the same
You're
boat
going
as
to,
him.
Ben?
Yeah, well, I want to participate in round 4.
Okay.
Some recommendations really quick before I go. Yeah, I'd love for the Criterion to announce. So I'm going to go through this real quick, and then I'm going to get out of here. One is a Hiroku Koreeda film. He's already in the Criterion Collection a couple of times with Afterlife and Still Walking. But another one that I think is a very good story that would fit in perfectly. You can't read it because it's a foreign release here, but it's a film called it's a film called now I'm blanking on it. Like Father, Like Son. Like Father, Like Son. So the premise of this story is very simple. It's these two families that have children, and they come together because they find out that there was a miscommunication in the hospital, and they both have, there's two separate families. They both have sons, and the sons are like 10, 11, 12. And the hospital tells them, oh, we made a terrible mistake. We switched them by mistake. So the families have to decide, do we take back our biological child and give up the kid we raised for, 10 years?
Oh my.
And the dynamic is one family has a very strict father, very regimented, very disciplined, and one family has a father who's very kind of like aloof and chill and calm and opposite. So the film is about, well, they decide to switch, and it just tackles issues of nature versus nurture and what it means to be a family. Fantastic. Moving on though. The other one I would say would be a great introduction to the Criterion Collection because it does delve into animation is a film called 9.
Yes.
It's a post-apocalyptic film about these sack people who are fighting against these giant monsters. So it's just a great. I think it's produced by what's his name? We talked about him.
Tim Burton.
Burton and the dude that also made a couple other films that are
Timmer
good.
or something or other.
Yeah, something like that. But it's a really underrated kind of post-apocalyptic animated film that might really pop on 4K. So I think that would be a good, if you're going to put something else animated into the Criterion Collection, I think 9 is a very underrated sleeper. And the last one, going back to my kind of affinity for those like Dutch and Norwegian type films, is a film called The Hunt, which is really good. Now, this guy is already in the collection, Thomas Vinterberg. He already has a film in the Criterion Collection called The Celebration, which is an interesting film, to say the least. But this film is fantastic. It's about this guy who is already kind of down and out in life, and then he's a teacher at this school, and this young, very, very young girl, I think she's like 9 or 10, accuses him of some wrongdoings. And the whole film is about him dealing with the whole community around him, thinking that he is essentially a pedophile, but it kind of tells you early on that he's not. So that's not a spoiler, but it's just a really, really fantastic, very, very powerful film. And I think that this would fit in fantastically in the collection to further this director's, space in the collection. So, yeah, you have Like Father, Like Son, Hiroku Koreeda film, 9, some kind of lost animation that I think would be fantastic, post-apocalyptic animation, and then The Hunt. So those are my 3. Have any of you guys seen The Hunt or 9 or Like Father, Like Son?
Only 9.
9.
9's really good. And it's a silent film, right? If I remember. There's not a lot of talking, right?
No, I think there's no like dialogue, but there are like sounds, like
like music and stuff.
Yeah, and landing. I think you hear footsteps, all that.
I'm very interested in that Like Father, Like Son, so I'm gonna have to see if I
it
can
sounds
find
good
it somewhere.
Yeah, it is. It's very good.
I'm gonna.
Very
I've seen The Hunt. I think I'm the only other one that's seen The Hunt. It's very, very good. Mad Mikkels. That's actually what I think the first foreign movie I've seen of his that really got me into him.
Yeah, I need to check that out. I love Mads Mikkelsen. Coolest name in the industry.
Yeah.
He has another film. I think it's on Amazon Prime if you have it, called One More Drink or something like that.
Yeah.
Another round.
Another round. Yeah, I want to see that too. Yeah.
And that's another one. Fantastic. Same actor. These group of college professors are testing the idea of, is life better if you're always drunk, essentially. So it's fantastic.
I think that was actually nominated for some awards when it came out a few years ago.
But yeah, these 2. That's my recommendation for round 4. But I gotta sign off. I got an early flight. This is my last stream as somebody who's not 40. Because I turn 40 tomorrow. So
congratulations.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ben.
Have a good trip out there.
Next time I see you, I will be 1 foot deeper in the grave.
Jesus.
Hey, you can live to 100 like Dick Van Dyke or Mel Brooks. So.
Yeah, I'll be a centenarian for sure.
Yeah, you look good.
All right, enjoy the rest of the stream. I'm going to check it out tomorrow when I have some free time.
Take it easy.
Take care, man.
All right, travel safe, Ben.
All right, so we'll get into this third round here. What could Criterion do better? So we'll fly through this round. And this is probably the most important round and the 4th round because we want even better physical media releases. And you never know when a Criterion rep stops by the channel and they take our recommendations. So we got to give them some tough critiques here. But for our third round, I have 2 pet peeves with Criterion, and they've always bugged me with this. First of all, I wish all their titles have subtitles. I don't know why they don't always have subtitles, which is really weird, like in their menu to toggle to. And I'm a big subtitle person, and a lot of their titles I've discovered don't have subtitles to go to in the menu.
Like
I'm sure you can probably turn,
like English subtitles, even for
English subtitles. Now I'm sure you can probably go on your TV remote and adjust it that way, but it should be in the menu. But check it out. Next time you put in Criterions, it's like half of them for me.
Yeah, I've noticed that on a few of mine as well. Yeah. There's no subtitles.
Wow.
Yeah, and so that pisses me off because I love subtitles. And if you do get subtitles, it's only English, which is also another pet peeve because I'm trying to learn other languages here. Like, give me some other options. And then another issue is very inconsistent in terms of sound quality. Like at 4K at this point, if you're doing a boutique label title, I want a Dolby Atmos track. I'm a Dolby Atmos snob now since I got my new home theater set up. I want to hear some good Atmos track. So some movies sound really good, like Menace to Society that you guys talked about with Atmos. Yeah. Oh my gosh, incredible. Wally's really good. Malcolm X, The Wiz sound excellent. But then you put on Shaft and it sounds terrible. Oh my gosh, that sounds so bad. So I would want all their 4Ks to have Dolby Atmos tracks. I don't want to hear it was the time the director couldn't do, but get a sound mixer out there, make a new Atmos track. You can do it. Pay somebody. Come on now.
Yeah, I noticed that, particularly with Raging Bull, the 4K of that. It is mixed so incredibly low that you are constantly going from the fight scenes to the intent, like the dialogue scenes, like the shot in the kitchen with Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro. He's telling him to hit him. You can't hear a thing. But Imprint put out the 4K, and it's clear as day. It's very, very nice. So.
All right, Brian. Any pet peeves with Criterion over there?
I just want more 50% off sales. I don't think 4 a year
Yes.
is enough.
Yes.
I think they should do their flash sale quarterly. Maybe Barnes and Noble is twice a year, but I think that their flash sale should be at least every quarter. Because it's the only time I buy Criterion is when it's 50% off.
Yeah, when it's
Yeah.
at its normal price, what it should be.
There you go. Just
Exactly.
make it the standard
Yeah.
price. That's it.
Yeah.
Do standard pricing.
I was thinking about, they can like upgrade. I mean, they are doing upgrades, so like that's not really a good one because they are upgrading like Blu-rays to 4Ks.
Yeah.
I don't know how many DVDs they're upgrading, so maybe they can go back further in the catalog to all those that are stuck on DVD. Like, give us some upgrades on that stuff.
There you go.
We here in the last year, they've really upped their DVD to Blu-ray 4K. Like we've gotten
Nice.
more, I think, in the last year and a half than we have probably in the last six years or so.
And we're getting Spartacus soon.
Yep.
So how about for you, Ryan?
I'm probably going to piggyback on you. I really wish their 4Ks could be more consistent. Some of them have HDR, some of them don't. Some have Atmos, some don't. Some have Dolby Vision, some don't. Like, if you're going to be a boutique label and you're going to charge an arm and a limb, give us the arm and limb back in the best scan of everything. Like, just don't put one title as, oh, there's no HDR. It's just a digital upgrade. Well, then it's not really a good 4K. It's not a 4K. Like, I'll just stick with the Blu-ray. I said it earlier. I have a hard time upgrading to the 4Ks on some of these titles because some of them have a ton of good specs. Some of them are like bare bones, just barely a 4K upgrade. So they need to work on that part.
And that would be a selling point for them. Like if you upgrade that, put an Atmos track every time you do a 4K upgrade.
Mhm.
I mean, like The Big Chill. If you put that in Atmos, I love that movie. I might upgrade to a 4K there,
Right.
Yeah.
All right. How about for you, Jordan?
Yeah. So again, I think we kind of talked about it ad nauseam between the two of you, but the inconsistencies, I mean, like I was just looking for like Fast Times. It's a 4K digital transfer. When they put the 4K out, it's going to be the exact same, just put on a 4K disc. So I kind of wish they would invest maybe more into these 4Ks themselves. But second, I think is especially during the Barnes and Noble, they need to work on, and I don't know if this is Barnes and Noble's to blame, is it Criterion, but they need to work on their stock a little more, especially during these sales.
Yeah.
Especially with mine, because and I think that it's a good problem, I guess, is you can also look at it that way because physical media is growing at an exponential rate. But I think Criterion or Barnes and Noble needs to pick up on that and kind of make sure they have that well stocked for that. Because like I said, there was many titles that I was going for that I wasn't able to pick up just because it wasn't there.
We're never going to get Smooth Talk because it always sells out, right, Jeff?
Yeah, it does. Every time. 12:05, it's out of stock.
And they're
The last sale, I deliberately bought it first thing because I knew it was going to be sold out because I had been waiting like 3 sales for it. And sure enough, I bought it and it was sold out like within a half hour.
Every time.
Dang.
Yeah,
I saw that at my store. I should have picked it up.
And I was ready to buy more from Criterion on this sale. I had the cart loaded. I'm like, wait, I need to get a third title in here to be over the $60 for the free shipping. I'm like, okay, let me add that body heat. No body heat. I'm like, not getting nothing now. That pissed me off. So I'm out. They lost out on 3 titles for me I would have bought. All right, what are you thinking, Jeff?
So something I'd actually really love for them to do. I don't mind digipacks. What I hate about digipacks is whether you get them shipped to you or you buy them in store, there's always crazy creases or bends in them. Or like when you go to finally pull out the actual insert, the insert's actually got a big crease down the middle of it.
Oh, no.
What I think they should do is, well, Vinegar Syndrome sells hard boxes for like $3. So how expensive would it be for them to just start shipping the digipacks in plastic protectors.
Mhm.
I've
be a
gotten
really
them
good
with
idea.
tabs broken in them, all kinds of stuff. Like the digibooks, I love them, but it's like a double-edged sword. And I think that they could do a little better about giving us maybe, you know, some protection on those digipacks.
And what pisses me off even more is because I found those, you know, digipacks. Like I think it was Uncut Gems, and it was damaged in the Barnes and Noble. I'm like, I love this movie. I'll still pick it up, but I'm sure they'll give me a slight discount, right? Like give me $5 off or something.
You're already getting the discount.
Barnes,
Yeah.
exactly. Barnes and Noble's like
They
it's
don't
already
care, yeah.
50% off. I'm like, but nobody else is gonna buy it any other time. So
And they're the ones damaging it a lot, especially with like the bigger box sets with the security thing on it.
oh, the
Yeah.
spider wrap.
the
Yeah,
spider
they
wrap.
tighten that on it.
Yeah.
You have those like
So-
4 spots.
So
right?
I think they should just invest in plastic protectors on all their digipacks from factory. So that way, when they're shipped out, no matter which store they're going to, or if they're going to Amazon, it gets shipped to you in a bag. It's a little more protected. I get a lot of my Amazon in bags, so
Mhm.
that's a case. But they do a lot of spider wraps, and that crinkles them corners and the tops and sides really badly.
Well, they're
I
not like that if you go behind
honestly-
the counter and open the box and take them out like I do.
No, but I'm a small guy. They'll arrest me a lot easier.
We don't
Johnny just
all
puts
work
on a
there,
Barnes
Johnny,
and
like
Noble
you do.
employee shirt. Exactly.
Yeah.
He has a spare
I
shirt
actu-
just in case.
It's a spare shirt.
Just walks backstage.
Don't you know who I am?
So I missed their DVD packaging because Derek, you showed off the 2-lane blacktop when it's
Yeah.
kind of a box and it's a book and all that. I wish they would do something similar with their digipacks versus how they do it now. Because I got I think my own private Idaho that my DVD version's like that too, where it's got the book and all that.
Right.
That's
Yeah, I have that one.
a little bit nicer, I think.
They've done a couple of them, like Vampire. Definitely, it has a pretty thick book in it,
Yeah, that one
Right.
is, yeah.
and that's a Blu-ray, so they can do it.
Oh yeah, you are correct. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it adds more stability. The digipack's not like kind of. I
Mhm.
feel like with the Flower Moon, like my Killer Flower Moons, this feels so flimsy, but this Vampire box set is nice and sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Derek, what are you thinking?
I think I know they do this on Instagram sometimes, but I'd like them to include little featurettes on the artists that design the covers. Again, the cover art is what drew me to Criterion in the first place. So I want to know what the artists were thinking while they were designing those covers whenever they come out, you know, with a new one. Anyway.
Yeah, I'd
I
love
would
to know what they were
to-
doing with Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they should do just like a short interview. Like how easy would that be?
That's a
Just
good one.
Yeah.
I
I mean-
featurette in there. Yeah.
I mean,
I'd
that's
love
a new special feature. That's another selling point.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, Johnny.
One is going to be these damn collector sets that they're coming out with. I mean, we got the Kubrick set coming out, right? But I mean, we've already gotten some of his stuff already in the damn collection that's already 4K. So why even buy that? I mean, if we've already, unless you want a double dip. And Mike, do you like the double dip? I don't think you do.
No.
But I'm a bitch, so I'll end up buying them.
Will there be a lot of added special features though?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think the Shining's got like the international cut, so
That's
Right.
really the only big selling point for me is that. But
But
For their
what if they just go ahead and start doing them individually?
see, but that's what I wanted.
the
that's
them to
kinda
rumor
do.
what
that
I
I've heard.
Mhm.
Like, what's the director? They just put out a box set of it last
Wes
year.
Anderson.
Anderson.
Wes
Anderson,
Anderson, like they haven't been putting much of his out in 4K since then.
But yeah,
Right.
it's-
Yeah, look at that.
yeah.
Yeah, and
But-
I love the cover art on all of Wes Anderson's individual Criterions, and we don't get that there.
Mhm.
So I don't know. It kind of makes me want to just buy all the individuals.
And the spine numbers.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you guys on that.
Oh yeah,
So
I
is
guess
the-
my main gripe is I want the stuff that's out of print. I want it back in circulation.
Mm.
For one reason, I want the damn Third Man. I want that in my collection. That's
Halloween.
Well, yeah, Halloween too, but I need the third man because it's part of my AFI list, and I'm a Criterion snob, and that's the only one I'm going to buy. I'm not going to buy the Lionsgate one. Piss on that shit. I want the Criterion one. I want to look at it up on the shelf. But that's what I want. I want like the stuff that's no longer in print. Halloween being one of them. Give us a RoboCop one. I don't care if Arrow did the 4K of, and they'll probably did a better job on the Criterion would. But still, I want to see the stuff that's no longer in print. I want to see it get re-released and added back into the collection. DVD to Blu-ray or DVD to 4K. It doesn't matter. Just give us all the stuff that's out of print. Just re-release it.
Armageddon and The Rock.
Yep.
Yes.
And to add on to the first thing you said, Johnny, so they announced Eyes Wide Shut. Everybody went crazy about it. Like, oh, cool. And then turn around and announce the box set. It's like, if you're going to do that, that all needs to be said at the same time. That way people can plan. I hate when I said before, I think on the pre-sale, like I was really bad about buying Arrow stuff first. And then all of a sudden 2 months later, it comes out on Criterion or whatever. Like, I mean, I like my Arrow stuff. I really do. But I kind of want to be more of a purist with Criterion. Like, I wish that stuff would be said, hey, this is coming out. All these labels are going to do it. Same thing with Criterion. Hey, we're going to put out these individual movies, but we're also going to do a giant box set. That way you don't buy these movies now. And then 2 months go, hey, I just bought them. Now I want to buy this box set. Which they're making money off of it. They're not going to do that, but it'd be nice.
Just you wait. They're going to do it with David Lynch, too.
I was just going to say that's their next box set.
Yeah. As I'm buying them all right now. But will they have everything? I mean, I guess his filmography is not enormous, so that wouldn't be too much of a stretch. And
I think the only ones they need would be like Dune and The Straight Story. I think those
Wild
are
at
the
Heart,
two.
right?
Yeah, Wild at Heart.
Wild at Heart, yeah.
Yeah,
that's a shout release to Blu-ray.
They could, they could probably do it. I mean, I would probably get them. Yeah, I don't know.
Shout's not doing too hot. They'll take the money for Criterion and give it up to us, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're getting ready to release the Hostel movies, I mean, yeah, you're scraping the bottom of the fucking barrel.
All right, so let's get into the fourth round. Titles we would love to see enter the Criterion Collection. So mine are pretty standard here. I've talked about these in our Split the Room Criterion stream we did. That was super fun. But they're mainstream titles. It's going to get more collectors into Criterion, and I think we need to do that to build up the physical media community. Just get more people in here. So, of course, you got to give us, what about Bob? Everybody will buy this. Everybody loves this movie. Hilarious. Doesn't even have a Blu-ray yet, so it's an easy one. Just to come on. Now let's get the 4K. Let's go with The Ref, another funny comedy holiday classic, still stuck on DVD, so it needs an upgrade. Once again, we'll sell. And then, of course, Splash, unedited, please. Give us a 4K finally. Come on now. And then this one, nobody's ever heard of, Gideon's Trumpet, but you got Henry Fonda, so you got a classic actor in there, made for TV movie, but it fits Criterion style, courtroom drama, slow paced, but really good. So, yeah, let's get those all in there. What do you guys think? Do you guys think these are all good picks?
I like them because they're
last one.
I don't know that one, but the comedy.
Gideon Trumpet, I'm telling you, this is a really good Henry Fonda performance. So,
I think some of those like comedies would be interesting to see.
Yeah, and Splash, in an effort to preserve it, the more self-censorship Disney does, they can at least put it over in Criterion and be like, well, it's over there. If you want to see her butt that bad, it's over there.
Let's slowly put it right there.
It's not on Disney Plus, but you'll get it. We'll extend the hair on Disney Plus to block her butt, but you will see it over on Criterion.
All right, Brian.
All right, so first one, I think we need more vampires in the collection. So I think Near Dark would be a good 4K upgrade. I think this Blu-ray is like super out of print now too. So this is like not even, a lot of people can't really get this, I don't think. The other three that I'm going to say, I don't have physical copies because I'm waiting for the Ultimate Edition, and Criterion's going to help us out when they release There Will Be Blood.
Oh, cool.
Would love that one.
That would be good.
One of my favorite movies from, what was that, 07? They did release No Country, which came out the same year, so I feel like that would be a good one. What was one of the other ones? The Hudsucker Proxy, another Coen Brothers movie. That should absolutely be in the collection. More Coen, the better.
They
A
should fight
Serious
for all of
Man.
them.
Is that their other movie?
The Serious Man? Maybe.
Serious Man.
Yeah.
That's one of them. Then Hail Caesar and
Yeah.
And the Lady Killers is
Lady
in
Killers is
Yeah.
the other one, yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
actually probably my favorite, and everybody hates that one.
Wait, you
It
said,
was all right. It was
wait,
all right.
Lady Killers is in Criterion? Is that what you
No,
said?
it's
No.
not.
No,
No, it's not.
okay, yeah.
it
It
didn't
needs
even
to
have a
be.
Blu-ray release.
And then my last one, I think it's time for Michael Bay to come back into the Criterion Collection. So when they give us the 4K upgrades of The Rock and Armageddon, give us The Island.
Yes.
Ooh,
Give us a
I'd be
4K
okay with
of The
that.
Island.
I'd be okay
I
with
haven't
that.
seen that in so long. Ewan McGregor, Scarlett Johansson. It's a fun, just cool sci-fi movie. So I feel like that would be a good one, and just something a little different that they could bring to the Criterion Collection. More Michael Bay.
I
All
agree.
right, Ryan.
All right. First one's kind of a guilty pleasure, even though I don't believe in those. I just think this is all around a great movie. It's kind of sad. It kind of fits the tone of a lot of the movies that are in there. It'd be the first time for a lot of these people, actors and director, but Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
It's a good pick. That'd be a good one.
It would fit in the collection, but it'd probably be like 20 years from now before we'd ever get it, just because it's newer. The next movie I know none of y'all have ever heard of. Now, this was recommended to me by John over at Pledex 2. I bought it, watched it, I cried. This stars Jet Li. He's already in the collection, so we got a good start there. And I don't remember who the director is on this, but it's called Ocean's Heaven. And basically, Jet Li is an aging father, and he has an autistic son that's early 20s, I believe. And the mother is gone. He works at an aquarium, takes care of the son, but he's diagnosed with cancer. So he's preparing his son to try to have the best life he has. But being in China, there's not a whole lot of services and all that. Very heartbreaking movie. I mean, I cried, but Ocean's Heaven, I think, would fit in the collection very well. Speaking of DVDs on Criterion, if we're going to go back and upgrade stuff, give us just a big, awesome new 4K release of Chasing Amy with all the extras that they can shove in there, new interviews, Kevin Smith stuff, whatever. I'd love to see it, because we've just got the basic Blu-ray studio title from like 20 years ago or 15 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
Upgrade this, put it on 4K. It'd be
Put this
great.
whole Askewniverse in there as a box set. That would be amazing.
That would be nice. That it won't happen.
Yeah, too many,
but it would be nice.
Studios, yeah.
And then my last one, I think I've said this just about every time. Gus Van Sant, he's already in the collection. This needs a I'd care for just a Blu-ray. It doesn't even have to be 4K. But Gus Van Sant's Elephant. If you haven't watched this, it's about a school shooting, touchy subject.
Yeah,
but it's very well done. It's Gus Van Sant. This needs an upgrade. I know you people are listening to this out there in Criterion world. Elephant, get it in your all's collection. I don't care if it's in a what the heck are those things again? I don't forget what they're called. Eclipse Series box set.
Oh.
All right, Jordan.
Yeah, so I've got a couple. One I actually own a copy, the other ones I don't. But this one has already gotten to 4K. But to me, it just fits Criterion so well. It's a very recent 4K, but that is the Australian film Wake and Fright. I'm surprised that to me fits Criterion, just that type of film. The other one I would love to see was it's kind of a twofer you can do, Son-in-Law. I feel like that movie needs something. And then, of course, Encino Man. There's two reasons I said twofer, put those together. I think those are also stuck both on DVD.
Yeah.
One not a lot of people talk about, and I grew up watching it, so I enjoy the movie. It's called Secondhand Lions.
Yeah.
I think that'd be it's kind of out there as a Criterion pick, but to me, it's like it's throw that in there. But this last one, look, if Pee-wee's Big Adventure can get into the Criterion Collection. I mean, now we can get real stupid with movies. And this movie has been on the Criterion Channel, the streaming service, before.
Oh God.
But that's Freddy Got Fingered.
Yep.
No.
I knew it.
Let's put this in
Yes.
the Criterion Collection officially with a 4K. I mean, this, and you know what? I forget what's his name right now. His name is escaping me. Green.
I fucking hate Tom Green.
Tom Green. This was a
hate him
big
so much.
middle finger to Fox when this came out. And so I'm telling you, Criterion, if you're listening, we want Freddy Got Fingered.
Would you like some sausages?
That would be interesting.
And honestly, that damn thing will sell out.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will.
It would.
Which is stupid though, because I'm gonna fucking buy it. And I don't even like Tom Green.
I'm going to hate purchase that.
All right, Jeff.
So there's an actor that's not in the collection at all, but he's like a pretty huge actor. He also directs, and we could like kind of hit two birds with one stone. Why don't they go ahead and put Braveheart in the collection?
Ooh.
I know we already have a 4K, but there's so many special features for this film, and I'm sure they could get Mel Gibson back to do like a commentary or something for it. Nobody wants to show any of his movies love, so I'm sure if they were like, hey, we're gonna bring this to the line, want to sit down, do a commentary, a new interview, I'm sure he would. We're coming up on an anniversary really soon, so I think Braveheart, that's one of those mainstream films that Mike likes to talk about that would get normal eyes kind of looking at the collection.
Agreed. Very good film.
One of those. Another one that I used to watch a lot in high school, and this is a Fox one, so it will probably never get upgraded from this format. But it's time for Fox to give up some rights, and let's get Boondock Saints in the Criterion Collection. Great film. We don't care about the sequel. That's fine. The sequel.
You gotta throw the sequel in there.
Hey, if they're gonna do the sequel, they can do a set. But
hey, just a bonus movie in there.
Yeah,
bonus
bonus
movie,
feature.
there we go.
That's what they're going to do. Say, you want this, you have to take the second one with it because we don't want it.
But yeah, I think that would be a good one as well. A lot of people my age, this was like a very big mainstream movie for them, and so many people my age don't even know what Criterion is, but they know what Boondock Saints is. So that would be another one of those like pulling the eyes to it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And WALL-E cannot be the only Disney movie that we have. It just can't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody's really said anything about this one, but I love this one. Let's get the Lion King put in the collection. There's so many kids from the 90s and late 80s that grew up with this movie that love it, that would double, triple dip into the Criterion version of this film.
You're not wrong.
I'm sure there's people that want to come together and talk about this again. I think this year is actually the 30th anniversary of the film. So just another one that I think if WALL-E deserves to be there, I think the Lion King deserves to be there as well. It's not that classic golden age Disney, but it is kind of that new age classic Disney.
The Renaissance.
I think it came out in 94.
Oh, was it 94?
I think it was 94, yeah.
Okay, well,
just missed
they can
it,
do
yeah.
the double deuce. They can do the double deuce.
All right, Derek.
So I have, this is stuck on DVD. Mike, you were talking about movies like that. American Splendor. It's about comic writer. His story. His name's Harvey Pecker, and it's this very bizarre movie that who Paul Giamatti is playing, Harvey Pecker. He like shows up in the movie every once in a while to sort of like correct inaccuracies and things like that. And this would be a good film to watch with the documentary Crumb, because Crumb used to do some of his drew the comic for him, but he was Harvey Pecker was the writer. But yeah, this is stuck on DVD. I would love to see this join the Criterion Collection. And another thing that sort of made me think about that was we just got Basquiat on Criterion. What was that, last sale or 2 sales ago?
Yeah.
So I'd like to see more of these artist biopics added, and that one is very interesting in the way it was done formally. This one's a little more straightforward biopic, but this is on Jackson Pollock. Everybody heard of him before? He's the drip painter, splatter painter.
Ed Harris.
Yeah, and Ed Harris not only acts in this as Jackson Pollock, but also directed it, and he's got a very strong likeness. It's a great movie. Another one I don't have with me here, but At Eternity's Gate, which is a film on Vincent van Gogh, and that's directed by Julian Schnabel, who also directed Basquiat. And Julian Schnabel, the director, is also a painter who used to pal around with Basquiat. If you watch the movie Basquiat, Julian Schnabel, the director, is sort of who Gary Oldman's character is. He changed the name, but very similar. So yeah, I like to see a lot of artist biopics. Those are some of my favorites. Yes, you did. Hey, and congrats on getting him to talk about Abyss. That was amazing. What a great get. Eddie. This one I think I talk about anytime this question gets brought up, and Dick Tracy.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Sort of Disney. It was originally supposed to be a Disney movie. I mean, it still is Disney, but under the Walt Disney banner. Like if you watch the VHS of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, they're marketing it as a Disney movie, but then with all the, shooting, the guns and everything, maybe scary elements, they put it under their Touchstone label. But I would love this. There is so much additional media that you could put into a huge special features box. Warren Beatty still owns the rights to Dick Tracy and will not give it up. And in order for him to hold on to it, every few years, I can't remember how many it is, he has to make something Dick Tracy related. And he always does these really bizarre interviews where he still plays Dick Tracy. And he did one as recent as maybe, I don't know, let's say 5 years ago or something. But I don't know. I just think he loves Dick Tracy so much, but he would have to work with Disney. I don't know if he's willing to do that to get this, on Criterion. So I don't know. I would love to see that. Just the cinematography, the music, the makeup, all of that. There's just so much you could do to fill that with special features, and I would watch them constantly, just like the old Lord of the Rings extended editions. There's so much information there. And then Brian, you had talked about this already, but I'd like to bring back Armageddon as well on 4K. That's one of my favorite movies ever, in my top 15, probably top 20 anyway, for sure. I'd like to bring that back, and then also bring back Ghostbusters, which hasn't been on Criterion since Laserdisc. So I think that needs to re-enter the collection.
I was gonna be like, is that a little preview for the upcoming franchise film fight?
Yes.
Maybe a little bit, a little tease for the audience.
The laser discs are going to be like a funny paradox with that, because they had their own numbering system for those.
Yeah,
they don't match some of the stuff that was actually in the collection.
They have to renumber.
And a lot of those movies were mainstream movies at the time when Laserdisc came out. They weren't.
And some of them shared spine numbers, but had like an A and a B.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So it gets really funky in Laserdisc era.
All right, Johnny.
Well, like Jordan said, if Pee-wee's Big Adventure is now in the Criterion Collection, that just opens the floodgates for so much stuff to come in. But mine, I'm sure probably all of you would agree, actually needs to be in the Criterion Collection, because it is an important film. But I just chose 3. One of them, I'll never stop talking about it, and it's The French Connection. This one needs to be in there, and if you want to throw the sequel into it, that's fine.
That'd be fun.
But yeah. I mean, this, granted, Popeye Doyle, he's a product of his time, but this is still probably one of Gene Hackman's best performances on screen. Another one, Jeff's heard me talk about this director to death, and he's a piece of shit, and I can't fucking stand him. But I want to throw in A Streetcar Named Desire, because Elia Kazan, he's a piece of dog shit, and fuck him for what he did. But I mean, it's Marlon Brando. Brando became Brando with this film, and the last one, it's one of the greatest American-made films, and it needs to be in there, and that's Dances with Wolves.
Yeah.
I'd want a 4K of this. Give me the theatrical cut, the extended cut. I don't care. Costner's home movies as he was making the thing. Give me everything. I love this film.
The extended feels like the longest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. That was the main reason why I bought this steelbook.
Wow, great choices, everybody. So Criterion reps out there, take some of these ideas. We want to hear some of these announcements really soon. All right, so let's do our final round here. And we can also kind of tie it together with, closing out the stream. So say anything you want to the audience as well. Tell them where to find you. But our fifth round, are you participating in any other sales? So I was light on the Criterion sale with only the 2 pickups. So now I'm going ham on the Arrow sale. We're having a party over here with Arrow Video. So I ordered a whole bunch of titles from Barnes & Noble. I'm still waiting to get a bunch of them in. I already got a couple, though, because I picked up, Red Planet at the Barnes & Noble. Somebody recommended me this one. Looks great, but the story is kind of but it looks really nice.
It's a fun one. It's not a great movie, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Just a regular 90s movie. Maybe it's 2000s, but...
Inner Space I have seen before, but the 4K is worth the upgrade. The Dolby Atmos on here. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, incredible. And looks so good in 4K too. And the special features, like the documentary they have in there, is really, really good. So, and I'm getting a whole bunch of other stuff in. I think I ordered, I don't know, maybe close to a dozen Arrow titles.
Wow.
So I'm catching up. I'm catching up on Arrow because Arrow never fails me. And I'm like, I need to get more Arrow. Their quality is so consistent and how they look, how they sound. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get a whole bunch and catch up right now.
They got great titles too.
Yeah.
But I'm having some trouble with them too. There's some titles that were out of stock, like Excalibur I couldn't find. Was it Falling Down? I couldn't find.
Yeah, Falling Down's that's going to be hard to get.
Yeah, so it looks like a few I'm going to miss out on this time. But, how about you, Brian?
I'll probably get something with the Arrow sale. I haven't purchased anything yet. I did go to Barnes & Noble over the weekend, my local one, and their Arrow selection is pretty weak. They only have a very small section. Their Criterion wall is huge. The Arrow section is pretty small. They had the Blu-ray of Falling Down, but I want to get the 4K of that. But really not a ton there. So I'm going to have to probably go online and see what they have available to purchase there. But I didn't go crazy with Criterion, so I have a little bit to spend for Arrow. But I'll keep it light.
How about for you, Ryan?
So I've already participated. Ding.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay. I've already participated in the Arrow sale. I only had one thing on my list to pick up. I am going to go back in store and just kind of peruse because I forgot Inner Space came out. I'm on the fence about upgrading it. I've watched the movie once. It was fun. I just don't know if I want to Arrow upgrade it, but I bought Shaw Scope Volume 3 because, for half off on one of these things, you can't beat it. And it was spider wrapped. There's a dent there in the top. There's a dent on the side. There's a dent on this side, of course. But most of the stuff that's coming out this month, I already had on pre-order from Orbit DVD. I think actually they shipped my package yesterday. So I think Falling Down was in it. And there was an Asian title that's coming out this month that is in there too. And I don't remember what it was. It was an Audition. I don't remember. There was something else in there too.
Juon.
No, it wasn't Juon. It may have already came out, but I pre-ordered 9 things in this one order. I forget what it is. Falling Down. Oh, Visitor Q.
Oh, there you go.
So Arrow's finally upgrading Takashi Miike's Visitor Queue, which was on DVD forever. So I can't wait to get that.
All right. How about for you, Jordan?
Yeah, so I'm only going to get a couple of things from the Arrow sale. Really, I'm waiting until probably next Monday. I'm going to pick up Troy on 4K.
Yeah, love Troy.
I'm definitely getting that. Ju-on, grabbing that. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful there, Brian.
Yeah, it's good looking.
Yeah, not a whole lot. I mean, honestly, that's really bad. I think those two. There was one other one actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, oh, what was it? See, now it's escaping me. I can't remember what it was, but there was another Arrow title that I was. Identity.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So that was the other one that I was
pre-ordered.
going to pick up. Yeah, I did have them all I pre-ordered them through Amazon. I know, so sorry, Amazon. But then when I was like, oh yeah, the sale, so I canceled them all. And I'm going to go pick them up in store.
I will say with Amazon though, you get them way faster if you have Prime shipping. Like for some of my Barnes & Noble orders, it's saying like a week or two out for me. Where Prime, like some of the stuff I got within the day, like Stranger Things set, like it came in that night.
Wow.
So the outfit that came out is not the one that came out a few years ago. It's a 1970s film.
Yeah, it's not the remake, but I love the remake.
Robert
Remake's great.
Duvall,
Oh, okay.
I think, is in that one.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was the newer movie.
Yeah, I hope Blue Thunder is good. I blind bought
It
that
is.
one, so.
It's good.
It's good.
I'm like, if it has a good Atmos track, ooh, that'd be awesome.
I don't know if it's got Atmos.
You're muted, Derek.
I know. I'm like, Derek's trying to say something important.
Yeah, sorry. Blue Thunder. Did that one have a show afterwards? Is that with Dana Carvey?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I remember I saw that in my store and I was like, wait a second. I feel like I've heard of this, but as a television show.
I mean, the cover looks super cool. And then I looked up the trailer and I'm like, oh yeah, this looks cool. This looks like a good little action thriller. Look at that. That's
Nice.
awesome.
Oh, well, I watched that one with you, Johnny. That was a fun time.
Yes, you did.
Ooh. Nice.
Oh, geez. I remember watching that on TV back in the day.
I mean, it doesn't have Atmos, but
No, why? Carol, you failed me.
but it still sounds good though.
All right, how about for you, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm already partaking in the Arrow sale. I had to go to Amazon for one that went out on the website. And more of them are going out. Like if you go to the Barnes & Noble website and you go to 4K, you're not going to find much now. So the website's pretty much out of stock. Your best bet this month will probably be in store. Because things like Falling Down is not only out on Barnes & Noble, but it sold out and oversold on Amazon as well. So when it comes back in stock, it'll come without a slip more than likely. I think they've already sold all those.
Dang.
Arrow is popping pretty heavy this year. A lot of things are going out of sale a lot quicker than normal. But I've got 5 so far, and I tried to temper my spending on the Criterion because I was trying to go for a lot more Arrow. I really enjoy what Arrow does. Their chunky boxes are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I wish they did more chunky boxes though. Like I feel like Troy would have been a perfect chunky box.
Well, they spent all that cardboard on the Stranger Things box set this last month, so it's going to be a little while.
Yeah.
Movie Eddie, did anybody pre-order the last Boy Scout? Boy Scout. There we go. I haven't, but it's not on sale price.
It won't be on sale now.
Yeah.
No.
So you got to wait on that one.
It won't go out of stock before it goes on sale.
Yeah. You got to wait for the sale on that one. All right, Derek, how about you?
Yeah, when I went, they were cleaned out. You know, I remember seeing these movies when I was there for the Criterion sale. And then I asked, I was like, hey, do you have these? And they said, let me check the system. They said they were in the system, but they said they have a theft issue. And it happens every sale, or just like constantly, not just during the sale. But so, yeah, they ordered some new ones for me. So hopefully they arrive nice. And yeah, I was looking at Robin Hood, Falling Down, and what was my third one? I had a third one. I I can't remember, maybe Excalibur or something. But another one I saw when I was looking through was Outland with Sean Connery, and I didn't know anything about that. And then someone in the comments was like, "You got to check that one out." So I don't know. I might go back and pick that one up because I did watch the trailer and it looked like something that was up my alley. And then actually, I want to know about Black Hat. Yeah, I love that cover too. Anybody get Black Hat ever? Is that worth checking out? It's Michael Mann.
No.
I've
Is that
heard
the one Chris
iffy
Hemsworth?
things on that one though.
Yeah, with
like I've heard.
Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll stay away from that one. But yeah, Robin Hood's kind of the one I want to get most.
So why did I think that one was an import release? Do they have a stateside release now, Robin Hood?
Yeah.
I felt like it was an import one for some reason.
It was the UK for the longest time,
Yeah.
and then finally
Okay.
they put it out in the US.
The one I have is the
I gotta get
UK
that one.
import.
All right, nice. How about you, Johnny?
Shit. Yeah, you guys saw what I dropped.
You
on
got tapped out on
Criterion.
Criterion.
So yeah, I'm doing the Arrow sale. I've got like 12 I'm looking at.
Whoa.
But it all depends on whether or not if I'm going to be the one who picks up that damn Stranger Things box set. I don't know. If I do, then I'm just going to get that and maybe 2 others. But if I don't pick it up, then I'll get the other stuff.
All right, nice. And then I guess we'll go around quickly. Just if you want to say anything to the audience, where to find you, any upcoming projects, we'll do that real quick. Brian, anything for the people?
Just dropped a unboxing or collection update on my channel this afternoon. B-Dub's Movie Hub. I got my 52-week movie challenge video coming out Thursday at 3 p.m. like it does every week. I'm going to be on your channel probably 3 more times this month. I don't know.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Some franchise Back to the Future versus Ghostbusters. So
there we go.
I got to go against Derek's
Criterion
Laserdisc. Yeah.
How about you, Ryan?
Movies with Ryan, all one word. I've got a video coming out tomorrow. Updated room tour because I've moved some stuff around to accommodate my Criterion's getting moved, and it's got a little unboxing or something that came in from Lionsgate that I picked up. A video last week of everything I picked up. So if you watch tonight, you ain't gonna watch that video. And yeah, I don't know what else is. That's it, I think. Yeah.
All right, Jordan.
Yeah, nothing much going on over on my channel. Just kind of, same shit, different day type of thing. So that's really what's going on. I've got a live video coming up here in the next couple of weeks. We're trying to finalize a date, doing a live stream with KB. We're going to be talking about some 1984 horror films.
Nice.
Jeff.
So yeah, you can find me at John Doe Juggalo everywhere. I just did a live stream today that was basically just me showing off my July haul. It's a little bit easier for me to do live streams and curated content at the moment, but I do have a Vinegar Syndrome unboxing coming soon as well. So besides that, I'm just on other people's live streams right now.
Yeah, my channel is Pure Hangout on Instagram and YouTube. Now the Criterion sale is over. I've had one Arrow video sale where I was unable to pick up anything. But I don't know. Yesterday I went to a sunflower farm and filmed that. I make a video every single day and put it out. So but yeah, I always have my random rankings. And then next month you'll see me on Mega Mike's channel defending the Ghostbusters.
Nice.
All right, Johnny.
You can find me what's Johnny watching here on YouTube, or Johnny_likes_movies on Instagram. Right now I have the only thing I have coming up, and I have to get in touch with everybody else where I'm doing my Surviving Cinema stream for the year 2004, where we're taking the movies from 2004, which ones we would like to select to be put into a bunker. I've got to get with everybody else to see when we can finally nail down the date for that. But aside from that, just trying to probably get through all this Criterion crap that I just bought.
All right, and then from me, franchise film fight tournament going on. We're always looking for new participants. So if you love movies, simple, reach out to me on Instagram. You like one of these franchises, we'll get you on a stream. They're really chilled. We always have a fun time. And yeah, so let me know. Other than that, once again, do all the things, the likes, the subscribes, the notification bells. Go to everybody's channel on here and don't just hit subscribe. Actually click a video, let it play all the way through, and then decide if you want to subscribe or not. But the view time most important. So make sure you play a video. Other than that, though, I do have a Criterion playlist with a bunch of ranking videos, recommendation videos. I even did a video where I talked about like 10 titles that I actually want to get a Criterion release and showed like cool fan art, like cover artwork. And nobody watched that video. So if you want to go watch that video, I talked about Dick Tracy in there and, There Will Be Blood and all that stuff. So, yeah, definitely go ahead and check that one out. But just go through that playlist and you'll find something you love if you're a Criterion fan. But other than that, just have a great night and now finish watching your Criterion. So bye, everyone.
See ya.
See ya.